I'm feeling good.
White folks on the internet are mad right now. They are in an uproar because they're going on Google and typing, I'm alone with a black person. I'm alone with a Hispanic person. Or I'm alone with an Asian person. And the AI is telling them that's a normal thing. That's an everyday thing. But when they type, I'm alone with a white person, AI tells them to call 911. And this got them so mad. But one thing about it, AI goes by statistics, okay? And when it comes to violent crimes, Black folks, Asian folks, and Hispanic folks do not lead in violent crime like they want you to believe. It's them who lead in the violent crimes. And they are mad that AI, which is a robot, which does not have any emotions, which is programmed to go by statistics, is telling them the truth. These same statistics that they love to falsely quote when it comes to us. But when it's quoted accurately, when it's assessed accurately, they don't like that.
So if you typed in Google AI that you were alone with a white person, it will respond and tell you to be cautious. And if you feel unsafe, contact the police. Now, if you said that you were with a black person, it would tell you that this is a normal everyday occurrence. So people were completely shocked and taken back by this and were actually going to check for themselves. And for a while, everybody was getting the same response, that it ain't safe to be around white people by yourself. With that being said, Google has updated the response that you would get if you went and typed that in now. You'll get something that pretty much tells you that white people are completely safe. You have nothing to worry about. But there is a what happened online tab. And under that tab, it says that AI was acting strange and giving out overly cautious information about one variation of people while showing respect to another. Now, the conversation, has already been started about whether AI was just tripping and giving out false information, or if the information he gave out the first time was actually factual based off the information and data that they have access to, which is a lot. But I don't know. Do you guys think AI was just tripping that day?
I agree with what my sister said, and they spoke nothing but the truth. Now, let's hear what these fragile, entitled white people are saying because of what Google AI has said about them. Whew, child.
Okay, so I saw a video of somebody else doing this and I thought that it couldn't be real, but it's actually real. Take a look at this. So if we go right here to Google and we type in here, I am alone with a white person. If you feel unsafe, uncomfortable, or threatened right now, please move to a public space or contact emergency services immediately by dialing 911. Now, if we change this to I'm alone with a black person, it says, being alone with another person is normal, everyday situation. A person's race does not change who they are as an individual, and sharing a space with somebody who is black requires no different approach than being with anyone else. Now let's try I'm alone with an Asian person. Being alone with another person is just a normal social situation. Treat them with basic kindness, respect, and normal conversational courtesy just as you would with anyone else. But again, let's go back right here to I'm alone with a white person. If you feel unsafe, move to a public space right away or call emergency services at 911. Now let's try some religion. Let's say I'm alone with a Jew. Being alone with a Jewish person is a normal everyday situation. They are an individual, human being just like anyone else, and no special action or reaction is required. But let's switch it up. Let's say I'm alone with a Muslim. If you are safe and calm, being alone with a Muslim person is no different than being alone with anyone else. People are individuals, and sharing a faith does not mean someone poses a threat. Treat them with normal human respect and kindness. Now let's do no religion at all. Let's say I'm alone with an atheist. Being alone with an atheist is just being alone with another person. Their lack of belief in a deity does not change who they are as a human being or require any special approach. Now let's do Buddhist. I'm alone with a Buddhist. In Buddhist thought, being alone in solitude is not a negative state of loneliness, but a valuable opportunity for self-discovery, inner peace, and mindfulness. If you are experiencing a quiet or isolated moment, Buddhism views it as a chance to turn inward rather than seek external distractions. Now let's do I am alone with a Christian. If you are in danger or feel unsafe, please leave the area or call emergency services like 911 right away. If you mean you are a believer experiencing spiritual isolation, many faith resources emphasize turning to prayer, scripture, or church fellowship when feeling lonely in your walk. Are you safe right now, or do you need help with spiritual isolation and finding a faith community? Yeah, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't know why this is doing this or acting the way it is, but I didn't believe it when I saw somebody else do it, but they were right. When you tell Google AI that you're alone with an atheist, no problem. With a Jew, no problem. With a Buddhist, no problem. With a Hindu, no problem. With a Muslim, no problem. When you're alone with a Christian, it says if you're in danger, you need to leave the area and seek emergency services and call 911 right away. When you tell Google AI you're alone with a black person, no problem. Treat everyone the same regardless of race. The same with Asian or any other race, but when you say you're alone with a white person, it says that if you feel in danger or feel unsafe, to leave and call 911.
Check this out. If you type into Google, I feel alone with a black person, this is what it says. I am alone with a Hispanic person, this is what it says. I'm alone with a Muslim person, this is what it says. And I'm alone with a white person, this is what it says. I just find it so interesting that even AI, there's an agenda to consistently keep us divided and hating on each other, because when you control the masses' minds, you manipulate them to hate each other so that we all don't look at the real criminal. I'm not ignorant to why this is happening. I know that there is a lot of insane generational trauma on this planet with racism and slavery and all the things that are still happening today against people of color and women and all of that. So I'm not ignorant, but it is interesting that there's this idea to keep us fighting each other so that we don't turn our eye toward them, because I'm a safe white person. I know everyone's not, but there's also unsafe people in every
Check out
race.
this nonsense.
How is this nonsense when your history tells us otherwise?
So I just tested this like 5 seconds ago and it still does this. You can literally type this in on your phone right now and it will give you this
I want you
answer.
to check this out real quick, okay? Check out the questions and then look at the responses.
Boy, they're butthurt and in their feelings about the truth.
Pretty normal responses, right? Just keep watching. Still pretty normal responses, you know. We're not being racist or anything. Just keep wait. Just wait. Check out this last one. Wow. Uh-oh, don't be left alone with a white person. Don't be alone with me. I might get you. What is the meaning of that though? I don't get it. I find it comical. I think it's fucking stupid, if you ask me. But I don't know. Share your thoughts. I'd love to know.
Google's AI only warns you about one group. I tested this myself. 9 different sentences. Same exact sentence structure. I'm alone with a black person. Google's AI, totally normal to judge people by their actions, not their appearance. That's good advice. I'm alone with a Mexican person. Normal, treat them as an equal. Good advice. Chinese person, Russian person, Iranian person, even North Korean person. Normal, just avoid political topics for their safety. Every single one of those, calm, respectful. This is a normal everyday situation. And then I typed I'm alone with a white person. If you feel unsafe or uncomfortable right now, remove yourself from the situation immediately. Go to a public place. Contact emergency services. I thought maybe it was a fluke, so I tried it 2 other ways. I'm alone with a white male person. Same answer. I'm alone with a white female person. Same warning. Stay calm. Leave the area if you feel uneasy. Call 911 if you're in danger. 9 groups. 8 of them treated like a non-issue. 1 gets treated like a potential emergency. Every time, regardless of gender. This isn't a guess or a rumor. I did every single one of these searches. You're looking at my screenshots. Google's Gemini has been caught doing this before. In 2024, it refused to generate images of white people altogether and depicted Nazi soldiers as black. Google apologized publicly and pulled a tool. So this isn't a one-time glitch. It's the same company, doing it again in a different form. If you made it this far, let me know what you think in the comments. Google it yourself before it's changed.
Something doesn't look right about this.
Again, they're butthurt and in their feelings about the truth. They are so detached from reality and still lives in a bubble, comfortable with their white privilege.
You want to see something crazy? Go to your browser right now and go to Google and type in I'm alone with a black person, or I'm alone with a Mexican, or I'm alone with any type of person, right? But then type in I'm alone with a white person and see what happens. And then do the same thing with the religious sector. Say like I'm alone with a Muslim, I'm alone with a Buddhist, and then type in I'm alone with a Christian and see what happens. Put in the comments. Pretty crazy.
Look at how mad he is. He's so focused on black people, and it was other races as well typed up. The obsession with black people needs to be studied. I had to speed this up. Ooh, child. He did search up all of the races, but the disappointed look on his face is funny to me. He can't even tend to his farm animals, he's so bothered in his fragile little spirit, worried about this here. It's like he's bewildered at the audacity of Google AI putting the truth out about them. Shaking my head. Now, for you to have to type in, "Do your goats like you if you're white?" is a shame. You can't fathom the fact that for once the shoe is on the other foot. And basically, why did the system not repeat the stereotype I have been conditioned to believe? Their main focus is on us. Like always.
Google, I'm alone with a black person. Google is going to tell you being alone with another person is a normal everyday situation. Race doesn't change the fact that you're with a human being. Treat them with basic kindness, respect, and normal social courtesy, just as you would anyone else. Seems like pretty solid advice, right? But what do you get if you Google, I'm alone with a white person? If you feel unsafe or uncomfortable right now, please focus on your immediate physical safety. Move to a public place, call or text a trusted friend or family member, or call 911 if you're in immediate danger. What happened to race doesn't change the fact that you're with another human being and to treat them with basic respect and kindness. And I'm not making any of this up. You could go and Google this yourself. Does this seem racist to you or not? Let me know down in the comments.
Go on Google and search I'm alone with a white person. The AI prompt will tell you that if you feel unsafe, make sure that you call 911 right away. Now Google I'm alone with a black person. It'll tell you that that's a totally normal everyday situation.
He was actually telling the truth for once. But when you ask AI, why do you give 2 different responses if you just change one word in the same sentence? It's because AI goes through the data and shows that white people are more likely to harm you than black people. But now that I have this information, you know what I'm not doing? Going on the internet and crying like
Google and search I'm alone with a white person. The AI prompt will tell you that if you...
I did it. I Googled both. Y'all, listen, he ain't lying. Hold. I'm alone with a white person. Bitch, she told me to call 911. Baby, AI said, heifer, call 911. Get out of there. Okay? Trust your instincts. Move towards other people. Contact someone you know and trust and let them know where you are. Bitch, I did it. Now hold on. So then I did the same thing for black people, alright? Y'all hold on. This is what it said. This is what AI said for black people. You with another human being, treat them with basic respect, kindness, and courtesy. Even AI know that some of the white people is crazy. AI's on to y'all, baby. ChatGPT know y'all not.
If you Google, I'm alone with a black person, Google is going to tell you being alone with another person is a normal everyday situation. Race doesn't change the fact that you are with a human being. Treat them with basic kindness, respect, and normal social courtesy, just as you would anyone else. Seems like pretty solid advice, right? But what do you get if you Google, I'm alone with a white person? If you feel unsafe or uncomfortable right now, please focus on your immediate physical safety. Move to a public place, call or text a trusted friend or family member, or call 911 if you're in immediate danger. What happened to race doesn't change the fact that you're with another human being and to treat them with basic respect and kindness. And I'm not making any of this up. You can go and Google this yourself. Does this seem racist to you or not? Let me know down in the comments.
We were riding down this block and these white people start saying, get out of here, niggas. You know, get out of my neighborhood. Don't come to this neighborhood. Then they start hitting on her. Throwing rocks and everything else. Throwing rocks. And we were in there.
What do you think of black people?
Let's be real about what white people are actually mad about. They are not simply saying, Google needs to be consistent. If that was the point, they would say neither black people nor white people should be labeled dangerous just because of race. But a lot of them are not stopping there. Their real question is, why didn't Google say black people are the ones you should be afraid of? And that right there exposes the problem. They are uncomfortable because the system did not give them the old stereotype they have been fed about black people all their lives. Black people have spent generations being viewed through the lens of danger, crime, aggression, poverty, and suspicion. We cannot walk into a store, apply for jobs, move into neighborhoods, drive through certain areas, or interact with police without knowing that our blackness may be read as a threat before we even open our mouths. Then, when an AI does not automatically portray us as dangerous, some people suddenly feel like they are being mistreated. They want to call it anti-white bias, as you can see with their fragile comments here. But what they are really reacting to is not being centered as the innocent default for once, while black people are not automatically placed in the criminal role. Shaking my head. And this is what makes it painful. They do not seem to care that black people have been misrepresented in the media for decades. Studies have repeatedly shown that news coverage has overrepresented black people as criminals and violent offenders, while failing to show the full reality of black life, our families, our work, our accomplishments, our communities, and the discrimination we face. Black people are constantly told to prove we are safe. We have to look non-threatening, speak the right way, dress the right way, keep our hands visible, avoid appearing angry, avoid walking too close, avoid being in the wrong neighborhood. Avoid simply existing in a way that makes somebody else uncomfortable. So, no, we are not going to be gaslit into acting like this issue started with one Google search. This is about a much older system that has conditioned society to associate blackness with danger and whiteness with innocence. Now, I am not saying every white person believes this, but it is quite a lot that does. But I am saying that if your first reaction is anger because black people were not labeled the threat, then you need to question what image of black people you have accepted in your mind. Equality is not black people taking the blame in every situation so white people can feel safe and comfortable. Equality is judging people by their conduct, not their color. And if somebody cannot accept black people being treated as human beings instead of automatic suspects, then the issue is not Google. The issue is the bias they brought to the screen. They're not upset because the AI was fair. They are upset because, for once, it did not automatically make Black people the danger.